What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Zaida Susan podcast, where you'll hear me talk about literally everything. So I hope you enjoy. Good morning, people. I hope your morning is doing amazing, doing spectacular, a whole lot better than mine. I first want to thank you for listening. Like, for real. You are very appreciated. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this spider on my wall. I've been seeing a lot of spiders in my room lately, and I don't like it. But it's a little spider, so I'm just gonna let them live. Yeah, they're obviously here for a reason. I'm not one of the people who kill bugs. Like, I will kill a bug, but I'm not just gonna, like, if it's a nice sized bug or something, I'm not gonna kill it. Firstly, because I don't want like the guts and stuff all over or whatever I gotta smash it with. Secondly, it's just easier to take them outside than like to try to kill this thing, like look for it and kill it. I'll just trap it in like a bottle or something and take it outside, and like they get to live. Like, you spare their life, you feel good about yourself a little bit for that. But yeah, man. So I got my car back like 2 days ago, right? Um, I hadn't had it for like 2 weeks, 2+ weeks. But yeah, I just got it back and it's already messing up again. But yeah, I know I didn't do anything to it. It has to be that guy now. I know it had to be him. It's like I literally haven't even been driving it, and it's not like my car is in bad shape. I really have a pretty good car. Like, it shouldn't be messing up like this. But yeah, I'm gonna take it back up there to him because I literally have no other option. That's probably the best move because he's where he worked on it, so he probably know. Maybe he has a clue of what he did wrong or something. But yeah, that was a really bad start for my morning. Yeah. Now, I don't even know. I just got a lot of pressure to make a lot of money very soon. I thought I would have a lot more money right now, but hey, that's just the roll of the dice. I'm just gonna have to start doing something else, I guess. Yeah, I'm just really trying to stay hopeful, trying to stay positive about it, because that was really like a huge blow, like, to my pockets. Like, I was supposed to have, um, I should have money right now. I just feel like, I don't know. Just the fact that I couldn't make money for like the past 2 weeks. It's like the third week now. The past 2 weeks. Yeah, I got my car Tuesday. Already back in the shop. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about that because it's gonna make this podcast be very sad and stuff, and I don't want that. But yeah. Hope your morning is doing a lot better than mine. Like, for real, for real, for real, for real. And if not, then just be happy that you're hearing this, because some people are deaf, Some people don't have the option to hear it. And like, just be happy that you're alive, Be happy that you're healthy. Be happy that you're you, Like, there's only one of you. So appreciate that. Value that, Yep, yep, yep. So now, yeah, I'm gonna be looking for gigs and stuff. And if anybody needs like math tutoring or any work done, You can definitely hit me up. I'm good at anything math related. I will figure it out all the way up to Cal 2. I'm pretty confident that I can get your work done, or at least help you understand um, anything you're missing. Again, if anybody needs math help, I'm your guy. And also papers. If you need a paper written, I can definitely give you a paper starting at $15 a page. But yeah, I'm actually really really good at writing papers. Um, but yeah, and also really good at math, of course. I wouldn't have said it, but yeah, math and essays, I will write them for you. I know it's finals time. I got your back. Help me help you. You know. Yeah, man. It's a tough world we live in. You know, it's a very tough world. I think that we shouldn't value hard work as much as we do. You know, not to say that we shouldn't value hard work, but there are things that people are just good at. Like some people are good at working hard. Some people are good at literally. Some people are just good at sleeping. Um, some people are good at a lot of different things that I feel are undervalued. You know. Um, yeah, it feels like somebody who could teach you how to sleep right. Uh, I feel like they would that could be a pretty good business. You know. Literally just that, teaching you how to sleep good. Man, I have not been sleeping good. Like last night, I got maybe 2 hours of sleep, 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Yeah. So you know what? Maybe my car broke down for a reason. Cause maybe I would have just fell asleep at the wheel or something wacko like that. Yeah, yeah. I really think a lot of skills are undervalued these days. You know, and I think that is because like we don't value like our society doesn't value the right things. You know, like what is important? What do you really need? You need shelter, you need food, and you need water. You need family, you need friends. What else is there? You don't need a nice car. You don't even need a car. You don't need a nice outfit. You don't need uh, a nice vacation. You don't need any of that. So those things are nice. Give me now. Don't get me wrong, but a car is for convenience, not for luxury, not for style, not for speed. It's for convenience. And I think that we should value that more than anything in a car. Uh, like honestly, it's because of money. I know we all like money, but if there was no difference between the cost of a Corvette and um, a Ford Focus, everybody would have a Corvette, right? Or I actually don't think that's true. Everybody would. It'll probably be like the same. That's what I'm trying to. Um, People would still like to go fast, you know, like to live dangerous. But if it wasn't just about the money or the price you paid for it, I think that people wouldn't feel as obligated to try to shoot for it, you know? Like if if that off-white jacket or something wasn't thousands of dollars, would you still want it? Would you still find it like nice, looking nice? I really don't think you would. You can say it's a nice jacket, yeah, you would have bought it regardless, but at the end of the day, you know that it's expensive, and you know other people know it's expensive, and yeah, you feel something because you know that people are envious around you, and that it creates that kind of vibe of I'm better than you. Look at me. You know, that's definitely not with all things. Some people can literally just like a thing, but if you've heard any rich people talk about materialism, you know that they don't practice this same kind of buying habits and same willy nilly spending. They put their money in things that grow their money. They put their money in things that are beneficial to them. Um, Nice cars are nice, but we want a nice life, you know? That's the goal. Uh, yeah. Um, I've been learning to play the piano for like the past 3 months. I'm actually playing on my intro to a podcast. Yeah, that's actually me. Yeah, I've been learning to play it for like the past 3 months. I've actually gotten pretty good. I don't like, excuse me. I hadn't learned the traditional way. I learned by, excuse me, sorry about that. I learned by really just freestyling on it, and I think that's been really good for me. Um, it's very peaceful playing the piano. Like just playing any instrument, I feel it probably be really beneficial to you. Um, yeah, I'm sure there's like some kind of cognitive benefit to learning an instrument or even just playing an instrument. Um, but yeah, I definitely find it very peaceful when I get like I can. There's a certain zone I can get in when I play it for like a good 40 minutes. Like I really get into it and I feel it. I don't know how to better explain it. But yeah, I actually I think it's good for people to learn an instrument or learn a new language or learn anything new to just get your brain stimulated, get your brain active and working, you know. Because I mean, a lot of people literally. All right, so a lot of people don't really get to do anything creative with their days. Nothing. Like most people are working most of the day. Um, most people aren't. Um, Most people never get to like um show that creative side. Show, and it's in them. It's not like they just aren't creative or they aren't. They're just literally pushing those thoughts down and creating kind of like a lie to themselves that they don't want to do anything creative or that they don't want to create because it's not them, you know, because that's not what they do. But really, they probably want to do something, or at least aren't. They realize they aren't having as much fun as they could be, you know? And life isn't about having fun, but it's definitely about enjoying that life, you know? It's about it's about um living meaningfully, you know? And most people don't live meaningfully. Um yeah. And that is really it's really sad. Um yeah. So we all know Amazon and Walmart are like the top top employers of America. But do y'all really know that all all those jobs or most of those jobs will be automated in like the next 5 to 10 years? What do you think is gonna happen to the average American then? I honestly think that if there isn't some type of UBI system that's made, then it'll just be too late and people will probably just turn to anarchy. You gotta think. There are um, there are businesses who where am I going with this? There are businesses who don't require any type of training or any type of prior knowledge or anything like Amazon and Walmart. And there are other things. In those businesses, they have like higher qualifying roles and stuff. But for the most part, the majority of people are working those unqualified jobs in labor roles. And I definitely think that that will help people find something more rewarding, find a job that's more fulfilling in their lives. But it'll also put a lot of stress on people who are already stressed, who don't want to work at Walmart, who don't want to be in a warehouse, Amazon warehouse all day, or wherever we're working. It's going to put a lot of emotional stress, finding a new job, finding a new way to make money, um, and finding a new skill possibly. But honestly, it might just make a lot of creators, might just make a lot of new things happen, because some people really need to be pushed out of that rut, or they will just literally continue that cycle of not living. So yeah, hopefully it is both beneficial and cost saving. But I definitely think some type of UBI system is going to be implemented very soon. Hopefully sooner than later, because we're already like starting to see. Um, I really just don't think that we should wait until we need a UBI, some type of UBI system. And if you don't know by now, UBI is Universal Basic Income. It's just like some amount of money that the government would give you for being an adult or just being a citizen. They yeah, it's like you don't have to work for it, and it's just free money basically every month. And yeah, it's actually really, really, really a really good idea. Um, yeah, I think that it'll help a lot of people stop worrying about what's not important, and especially if it could be um, something done for those Walmart employees and Amazon employees who don't have, who literally are counting pennies like paycheck to paycheck, trying to pay bills, trying to work out what they're gonna pay, what they're gonna be able to do next month and like months from now. I think that'll relieve a lot of their stress, and they'll kind of just be working just to work. A lot of people think that UBI would um, demotivate people, but I think that And from what I've been hearing about other people talking about UBI, I think that um, it'll actually just make people feel more appreciated. You know, because if you're barely getting by but working stupid hard, then you're gonna be in a bad mood. You're gonna be super stressed. You're gonna be very upset and just like you aren't gonna do the job as good as you can. You know. But if you could maybe have $2,000 a month, so rent was covered, food was covered, expenses were paid, and you were basically the money you were getting from that company. I mean, from your job, wherever you're working, whatever you're doing for money, it would be extra. It would be savings. It could be that new vacation that you're looking forward to. So now you're going in happy, you know? It could be, or you could just spend that money. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have some people who just blow through it, but I definitely think that we'll have people who take full advantage of that and who really just appreciate it, you know. And I think that it'll end up being something that saves us money. It'll end up being something that is a massive return on investment. We'll see a lot of people who are opening businesses because they can, because they know that uh, they don't got to worry about if it fails. They'll still be able to live, you know. Because a lot of people who are just scared. They're literally just scared. They have a great idea, you know, but they're literally just scared that it'll fail. They're scared that they that something will happen. And if you could take away that fear, I really think that you'll see a lot of people um creating value and really building a name for themselves and building platforms, building all new types of things, researching. You'll see a lot of people because a lot of people are in dead end. I don't say dead end jobs, but dead end jobs. Like it's not moving up. They aren't doing anything for you. It's literally just a check and that's it. I mean, yeah. Some people are doing the work that they actually like really want to do. Some people are doing some people aren't uh yeah, but most people aren't. uh yeah. Yep. I think UVI is gonna be something definitely something coming very soon. They're already doing it in other places around the world. I think Switzerland, they started something where they get like what's equivalent to like $2,000 a month. Uh, yeah, but they have like a lot smaller population. But yeah, they do everything right over there. They decriminalize all drugs. I think they legalize all drugs. I know they aren't like arresting people for stuff, but yeah, they're ahead of the game. You know. Um, yeah, because they see what automation has done already, and they're just seeing the trends. It's not even about like being ahead of the game. It's literally just opening your eyes and stop being selfish, stop being greedy, stop looking at stop putting profits over people, and really just be a human being. Like uh, people, I really think people should uh love people more. You know, like you don't have to be mean to somebody because they said something you don't like, or not even just like just stuff like that. You don't have to explain how you feel aggressively. You know, I think a lot of people need to learn how to talk to people, um, because in this world we value aggression or confidence, and if you're confident but you're kind of like a bad person, you will be valued higher. You will be respected more than someone who is genuinely a nice person. but maybe a little timid, maybe a little, uh, I don't even know, conscientious about what they're saying and how they're saying it. Cause yeah, that isn't. I don't even know why, but we don't like that. You know, we look at someone who is weak and timid. Not even weak and timid, cause they can be strong, but just like literally don't. Uh, cause okay, so I wouldn't put myself in that category, but um, I'm definitely somebody who, well, at least I've become. I've tried to become someone who doesn't really. How am I trying to say this? I've tried to become someone who is thoughtful of other people's feelings. Um, yeah, I definitely think that I am becoming a person who is more conscious of how he treats others and just the vibe that I put out there. Um, and the good thing that I feel is it's not just that. It's not just about being conscious and introspective about your place in the world, but I think that you really need to also understand. Excuse me. You need to also understand how you're being looked at. Because you can look at. Okay, I didn't say that right. You need to not just understand being introspective, but you also need to understand. Uh, huh. You need to understand that respect is not negotiable. That you are worth something. All right, you're not worth uh people. I don't even know, looking at you crazy or something, looking at you like you don't want the same things as them. Like you're literally a human being. You should be valued as such. Like it shouldn't be a thing where people are aggressive, people are confident, so they get everything. We shouldn't have Trumps. We shouldn't have bullies like that. They don't help anything. Literally, you think that because they're strong, because they are appearing to be a good leader, that if you praise them and if you are on their side and cool with them, they'll take you to the top. No, no, it does not work. They are literally an evil person. They're an evil person. They're literally not somebody who has your best interest in heart. They're somebody who has been like that their whole life. Um, that sounded bad, but because I mean, like people are people. You know, they're like that for a reason. But some people aren't. Some people are just they know the moves. They know the trick to get you to act a certain way. And yeah, that is gross. I definitely think those people should not. They don't need attention. But yeah, I definitely see people who give it to them. So yeah, what can you do? As long as people are happy, that's all right. It's all right. Um, yeah, UBI is cool. I definitely think that it'll be necessary soon. So whether you like it or don't, I mean, hopefully we do it before it's necessary. Because I really think that if we wait too long to start doing UBI, we'll see a lot of violence start to happen here. We'll probably see a lot of just random raids into neighborhoods and homes. We'll see probably a lot of homelessness pop up. We'll see a lot of mental health issues pop up because universal basic income isn't really just about the money. It's about, because I mean, what is money? Money isn't valuable in itself. It's valuable in the money is valuable in the power it has to be traded for goods. So the reason why people want money is to make their lives easier, right? If you could hunt for your food or fish for all your food or grow all your food, then you wouldn't buy food, right? Or you wouldn't like want money for food. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you fix the financial problem here, not even just like the wealth gap or anything like that, just when you start to put money in people's pockets, their lives will get better. So that will start a chain reaction in their lives that will make every part of their life better and will ripple out to the people around them and their community and their city, and it'll literally just change it will change the world, you know. It won't just help you buy that car or help you um buy rent. I mean, yeah, afford rent this month. It will help you be great, you know. It'll help you, like, just imagine how uh Bill Gates feel. Actually, not Bill Gates because he's super busy. Just any random rich white dude right now who is just sitting on his land, sitting on his inheritance, or yeah, actually, yeah, most money is new, but sitting somewhere not worried about anything. Just imagine that, and that's you now because of UBI. And you aren't like waking up in the morning super early saying, "Oh, my life sucks, my life sucks, I gotta work because I gotta make money." You're sitting there, you're waking up saying, "I cannot wait to go to work so I can go home and enjoy my life." You know, I cannot wait to go to work so I can get that check and I can actually work overtime and get uh I don't even know, name that new thing you want, that new phone or something. You know, and it won't be just it won't be an unbelievable expense. It'll be something that you could pay off easily. It'll be something that you won't have to stress months and months and months about it in advance to try to like plan out every dollar. It'll be something that is doable, you know, and I think that that will help a lot of people, and not just to help a lot of people, it'll help businesses too, in the long run. Um, Andrew Yang talked about he was 2020 presidential candidate Andrew Yang. He talked about UBI in his presidential campaign, and excuse me, and he this is I'm getting a little bit of this from him, but uh he said that it'll actually like save money, which is something that I mentioned, but it didn't really touch on. Um, all right, so when you think about it, automation is coming, right? All right, it is coming, regardless. All right, whether it's 5 or 10 years from now, it's gonna be here. Okay, and it's gonna literally take every job. All right, so the companies who are investing in automation will have majority of the world's market cap. All right, so how he explained it was not market cap, but you know what I mean. The majority of the world's finances will be directly going to them because they won't have to pay anybody. They'll literally be making 100% profit. They won't have as much to worry about. Like liability will go down. Literally every all benefits to them, no benefits for the people, right? Um and how it'll be paid for, well, how it could be paid for is a tax on them, um, and a dividend could be paid back to the people because we live here. We we shop with them. We got to them to that point, and an American tax could be given to to the people, and it could be given as a dividend for their profits this year. Or yeah, and it really just wouldn't be as big of an expense as people would think because after they get that, because they wouldn't be losing that much money after they get that bill for that $3 trillion. Um, it would be in the honest it would be, let me finish this thought because I have something else I want to say. It would be a very, because like more people would have more money to buy more things, so that money would probably just honestly most of it would go right back into the pot, well, right back into them, and they're saving money now, so they're making more money. So yeah, it'll be a win-win. That's what I'm trying to say. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Crap, I was really trying to get that out the way so I can remember. UBI, businesses, people. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. It'll come back to me hopefully. Um, Dang, it seemed important. Uh, yeah. Excuse me. It couldn't have been that important if I can't even remember it. But yeah, UBI is definitely something that will have to come hopefully sooner than later. Goodness. Excuse me. Hopefully sooner than later because we need it. We need it now. We actually really been needed it. People are vastly underqualified for roles or overqualified for roles. Like there should be an in between. There shouldn't be either you aren't qualified or you're underqualified. I mean, or you're overqualified. Like there are people who are working at Walmart, literally working at Walmart with a biology degree, a BS in biology. Yeah, they thought that they'd be like some cool researcher or some cool uh I don't know, scientist somewhere. But there's literally not enough jobs for STEM majors. STEM majors, like STEM majors are, they're definitely a field that is growing in a new field. Because I mean, who really knows where it's gonna go with STEM in the next few years? I really think we should get away from STEM, because science is not just, you can't just put those all in one thing. You know, engineering is not the same as mathematics. Yeah, they both help each other. Well, math helps engineers, but I don't think you should just lump those things together because math is, honestly, math is everywhere. Uh, yeah, math is literally everywhere you look. Everything you can think about, there's math in it. There's physics in it. There's basic building blocks that build that idea. And yeah, you shouldn't really put that in the same category as, not the same category, but you shouldn't bunch those together like they go together, you know? So like if you're an engineering major, you shouldn't try to be a history major, or you shouldn't try to be a psychology major, because they don't go together. We should stop stealing that narrative, because it's just not true, you know? Like, if you like math and you like psychology, then you should be a math major in who studies psychology, or a psychologist who studies math. You shouldn't have to pick um, where you want to go, like specifically, you know. And I think the reason why we do that is because the fields are very, very, very broad. And like I said, math is everywhere, physics is everywhere. Um, and honestly, I think we probably want to also like train a generation of people who are interested in building rockets and building the things that we like as a nation, like weapons and like bull stuff, like that. Like things that aren't really helping, but it's kind of like where we're going anyway. So we want people interested in that thing, you know. Same thing with like trying to get people to vote. Like we know it's a bad thing. We know that it doesn't work. Voting, it doesn't work. Like, but we still do it, you know, because it's like kind of a tradition. But I definitely think we need to change that tradition. Um, yeah. Uh, uh, oh, sorry about that. Mic just fell. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Maybe that's just saying I need to end it. But you know what? I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm trying to tighten it. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna edit these. Uh, they're going to be long. Hopefully you listen, but if you don't, you can always turn it off. Um, yeah. The future is scary, but it will be worthwhile. As long as you keep your head up and stay grinding, stay putting effort into your days, then you will see a huge return on your time invested, in your energy invested. You will see huge returns. I'm putting it in you, putting it in your future, putting it in your mental, that it is possible. The future's bright. Uh, and that today is worth living. No, honestly though, I really want people to know that the future is exciting. I know a lot of this is really probably not as happy as a lot of you like, but I promise you the future is very exciting. We have with automation, there will be millions of jobs being made from analysts to researchers to the people who are building it, to literally, and honestly it'll go in every field. So you'll see people who are building the parts, to people who are designing better layouts, mechanical engineers, I believe. That's not important, but people who are making that even more, that's automated system even more efficient. Those people have a place. So yeah, if you're a mechanical engineer or any type of engineer, you'll probably still have uh, a huge role to play in that. But honestly, who gonna want to work then, or at least who's gonna want to do a job that's taking literally everybody else's job around them? Yeah. Who thinks the war on drugs is retarded? I definitely do, but yeah, I could talk about that for a minute. I actually what is it called? I actually wrote a paper on that. My senior year of high school. It was a policy paper over the prohibition of cannabis, and we probably know it was the cannabis weed was illegal because people because they wanted basically it was racist, but it started because they saw Mexicans smoking it and growing it, and they wanted to get them out of San Francisco. And yeah, it basically has very very racist origins, and it kind of kept with that trend all the way up to the 80s and 90s with the crack epidemic, with the heroin epidemic, with and now with the pill epidemic, with the opiate epidemic. I mean, it's literally destroying lives. The war on drugs is killing people. And the war on drugs makes stronger drugs. It makes unsafer. It makes more unsafe drugs. Like, drugs were never the problem. It was the relationships people had with the drugs. I don't know if y'all know this, but people like heroin was a thing back then. Okay, it just didn't have fentanyl in it, and people weren't addicted in higher rates than they are now. They were they were still just there are people who uh there were people who, like literally everybody did everything, you know. And I think that it's kind of gross how they're pushing tobacco and how they're pushing vaping and alcohol, and they're making it seem like those aren't as dangerous. When literally alcohol, first of all, alcohol is literally the deadliest drug in the world. Literally the deadliest drug to our society. It is very it is toxic. It's literally poison, and we drink it because it makes us feel good. There are there are possibly some benefits to drinking red wine, but there's no benefits to drinking alcohol. Don't think you're a health nut because you drink a bottle of wine. I promise you, uh, alcohol not doing you no favors. It's not. All right. Um, don't think you're a cool guy because you have a jewel. Jewels are disgusting. I really hope you know that. If you don't, please know now. I heard that they're the FDA approved, not approved, but licensed a new vaping company, which is like their first one who's gotten approval, not approval, but licensing since Juul, I believe, and it's gonna be a vaping e-cigarette that is tobacco flavored only, supposedly to curb teenagers. But you already know they don't care about the teens. They never cared about the teens. they really cared about the teens, all drugs be illegal. They would be very heavily regulated. Now, when people think about legalization, they think that you're gonna go into a CVS and get some oxys or something. Like, no, that isn't legalization. Legalization, well, first of all, will probably comes decriminalization, which will be just you won't get arrested for having a substance or having paraphernalia. Uh, but legalization is just a way for legalization is saying, you know what, I don't want you to get the dangerous stuff that could be cut with something that's off the streets. I want you to get the pure stuff that is nice and it is like the exact uh, effect it's gonna have on you. You know how you're gonna feel um, if you take it. And legalization, what will come with legalization of especially drugs like heroin or crack or just like highly addictive drugs, what will come with that is treatment centers. It won't just be like where you can just you'll be able to have access to it. Legalization, with legalization comes access for drugs. Uh, it won't just be where you can go. Anybody can just go get a drug, get ecstasy or something. Um, I definitely think that we're starting to see a huge uh, awakening happening with drugs and just with the culture about how we look at drugs, um, and with addiction. I think that, oh, I hope that we'll continue to see that and people will get out of that mindset that people are weak for using drugs, or because it is deeper than that, and it's not that anything is inherently addictive. um it's just when people aren't happy, they want to anesthetize themselves. They want to escape the world. They want to have something that is pleasureful. I don't know. Something that is very nice in their life. So if they're broke and they're not making any money, or if they're just not happy in their lives for whatever reason, I mean, because literally some people just don't need a reason. Some people just depressed and they don't know why, and they just know that alcohol or I don't know, they know something will make them feel better. But yeah, and I really hope that people realize that you aren't any better than any heroin addict, because you found a balance between uh illicit substances and life. You aren't. You literally aren't. They just probably are in so much pain that they feel like they can only get by doing that. Most of the time that is a pro. That is a pro. Nobody's just literally doing heroin because it feels good. That's not the only reason. Most of the time, it's because their life is crappy, and that's the only way they can feel good. And the the shame that comes with addiction is really, it only makes that person feel worse. It only makes them feel like less than they are. It, and especially to make them feel like they're like they just have an addict brain. Um, yeah, no, I don't think that's the thing. I think some people are, how am I trying to say this? Some people would put drugs at further into the spectrum. Like, okay, let's say that you had a therapist or um a bottle is all off, and that's a whole different thing. But not really, not honestly, not really. But it's a whole different discussion for right now. Let's say you had that. Some people would much rather go to the therapist or or a friend than ever reach for that pill or reach for that escape, because they I honestly can't speak for anybody, but I think that they would do that because they think it's weak, or they think that it won't really help them, you know. But honestly, uh, I think some drugs can enhance feelings, you know. I think some drugs can make you feel, uh, make you realize your problems, make you realize your weaknesses, make you realize what you need to work on. You know, weed does that for a lot of people. Um, yeah, we can definitely put you in a paranoid state of life crisis, of existential crisis, and make you feel like just you aren't doing your life right at all. And that is like, that could be a wake up call for a lot of people who really need that that push. And honestly, anybody can use a push. Anybody can use uh, some motivation, you know. And I think that's important. Yeah. Hopefully we do better with that. Hopefully we do better with just how we treat people in general. Um, I really hope that 2022 comes grace, comes peace, comes literally everything you want and more, comes you becoming that better person, comes you taking that first step to do better and be better and have better. All right. Invite better into your life. Invite more into your life. Ask for more. All right. Unselfishly ask for more because you deserve better. You deserve respect. You deserve a better life. You deserve happiness. You don't, nobody deserves to be treated like they don't matter. You know, nobody deserves to be treated like they aren't loved. Live your life like you deserve that. All right. All right. Goodbye, beautiful people. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.